What is up, everybody? Welcome to Toko Look RC. If you are not already a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment, and hit that notification bell for future videos. So today I'll just be doing a really quick review of the NB48 2.1 by Tekno. This vehicle actually came out 2022, August of 2022. So I have had it for about that amount of time. I've actually done quite a few races with the Nitro buggy. So today I'll be talking about the build quality, Tekno's instructions, how easy I felt it was to follow along. I'll also be talking about some of the actual accessories that I am using for the buggy. One thing I have to say, like straight off the bat, is I did not know how much fun Nitro was gonna be. I mean, I had a couple of my other fellow drivers tell me, like, you know, Tamika, you're gonna love Nitro. Now, I will preface with this, the learning curve is way different with Nitro. However, when the Nitro car is dialed in, oh my God, it's so much fun to drive. If you have someone or know someone that has a Nitro and you maybe don't want to kind of jump in, and if they're willing to let you drive their Nitro, you will see what I'm talking about. 1A scale is definitely my favorite classes to run. 110 scale will kind of be my second. I mean, it just depends on, everybody's different, but I'm more of a 1A scale type of driver. Okay, so now that I got that out of the way, as far as like build quality, with a lot of Tekno vehicles, I feel like they're just made very well. The instruction manual, like some of the previous vehicles, is very easy to follow. So I feel like don't be intimidated by building one of these. As far as the products that I'm using, I am using Promotion Tires, which is one of my sponsors. And then for the receiver battery, I am using a Gen Ace receiver battery. As far as the engine, I'm using the R03. I think you can still order these through A-Main. This one was actually broken in by Drake. I don't know if that one's still available, but I think you can still get the Samurai Protec R03 engine. I got the applicable exhaust to go with it as well. I will leave a link of both in the description. That way, if you need kind of a guide of which battery I'm using. Also, I'm using the Protec servos as well. And I'll put a link of all the equipment that I'm using. So with all these things put together, I have had a really good experience with driving. So first of all, build quality is excellent. The instructions, very easy to follow. And don't be, like I said, don't be intimidated if this is your first buggy or even your first Nitro. I will say, if you can get an engine that's broken in, it's just gonna bring down that time of being able to get it out on the track. It just makes it easier to get the engine at and being race ready. So even with it being at the broken in stage when I got it, I still ran some more tanks through it just to get that engine to open up. And once it did, it's been fantastic. And as far as like fuel, this is the fuel that I've been using. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is Bones Brew. The mixture that I'm using is 30% nitro and 8% oil. This has actually been a pretty good fuel for me. There's plenty of fuels out there. You know, just kind of do some research, you know, to kind of see what you want to kind of stick with. One thing with, you know, nitro fuel, like, you have to like retune the vehicle if you do change the fuel that you want to use. But I will say my overall experience with the Nitro has been a blast, and the learning curve is a lot different. You know, there's a lot more to consider. Tuning the engine, you know, getting it at that optimal temperature. There's a lot of people that are willing to help. Just please ask questions so you don't damage your equipment, because that's what I did. I asked for a lot of help. I mean, these buggies are not cheap, and I did not want to damage anything. So even with a broken engine, I still, you know, asked some of my fellow racers, you know, some best practices and stuff like that. To make sure I just didn't damage anything. I mean, even down to the brakes, I had people help me, you know, figure out my brake bias and stuff like that. and you know, and I've just been kind of looking at a lot of videos and reading some literature online about it, and really just kind of asking some of the more experienced nitro racers out there. And with that being said, don't be intimidated by trying nitro. You know, some people have even considered, you know, starting out with nitro and, you know, not even running electric. Now electric is way easier, but this is my top right now. Nitro is my favorite. I'm just gonna say it. It's my absolute favorite. Now there will be times when you're going to want to pull your hair out, because like I said, the learning curve is something, and sometimes you can just, you know, go back and forth with trying to get it tuned. But once you do get it tuned, it's a lot easier to kind of make those needle changes. There's a lot of great videos out there on how to tune. Everything is a little bit different. I just kind of feel like it's a little bit slowed down, but like I said, it's my absolute favorite. Just the sound, the smell of nitro. It's been very exciting for me. And but yeah, as far as my overall thoughts of the buggy, I give it 2 thumbs up. So I hope this video has been kind of helpful for anyone that might be looking to get a new nitro buggy and just trying to like dial it down to, or get it down to 2 or 3 choices. I highly recommend putting this in your lineup of choices. Please like, share, and comment, and consider subscribing if you are not a subscriber. And until next time.